911, what's the nature of your emergency?
What's up, guys? A little bit different update today. As some of you may know, I've been working on a vintage jet boat conversion, and I was working on that last Monday. It's been about a week ago now, and it was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was working on cutting a piece of fiberglass for the rear transom area that I still needed to fill. I was using an electric Harbor Freight 3-inch cutoff wheel, of course with the guard taken off so that I could get into smaller spaces, and of course with no safety glasses or safety gear at all for that matter. And the moment I touched the wheel to the piece of fiberglass as I was about to start my cut, before I could even flinch, it felt like I got punched in the face, and it was absolutely lights out in my right eye. At that point I reached up, there was blood in my hand, I reached up again, and it just started pouring out. I took my shirt off and I held that up into my head until about 15-20 minutes later, when my dad and girlfriend, who work nearby, could get to my house and take me to the ER. So I get to the ER, and apparent is the fact that my upper eyelid has been nearly severed off, and I have a cut and a gash across my nose. They give me a brain scan to make sure that none of the fragments of the blade had entered into my skull, and then we had to wait for an eye specialist to come and give the plastic surgeons the all clear to start fixing up the outside cosmetic stuff. The eye specialist came and gave the plastic surgeons the all clear. The next morning they put me to sleep and went about stitching my nose and my eyelid back up. They let me go a little later that night, still with no vision in my right eye, and sent me off to a retina specialist. What had happened was this piece of grinding wheel, which you can see is about that big, is what I found behind the boat. I believe this is the one that hit me. It flew up, it hit my nose, broke my nose, deflected across my eye, nearly severed my eyelid clean off. It caused a 3mm cut to the membrane of my eyeball. The specialist said if that cut had been a millimeter deeper, it would have opened my eye up. And at the same time, it caused severe blunt force trauma to my eyeball, causing it to swell and fill with blood and pus. It's been about a week since the accident, and I still do not have anywhere near full vision in that right eye. In fact, I barely have any vision. I have started to get some very, very faint shadows of hands and things like that if I hold it in front of my face. It's still up in the air whether I'm going to get my full vision back. So I wanted to try and use this as a learning tool or a reminder for some of you guys who are hopefully like me and like working on things and building and tinkering. A lot of times our bodies are not as tough as our egos, and so I would like to remind you, please wear your safety gear. I've already bought new gear, cool looking stuff that I can feel less nerdy wearing, and that'll help me stay protected going forward on the boat. It sucks not having one eye and your depth perception's off and reaching for little things that you think are right there and you're not quite on them when you go to grab for them. It's not fun. So don't be like me. Don't be an idiot and not wear your safety glasses. Wear your safety gear, and this isn't going to slow me down, so be sure to come back and check back on my boat projects and everything else I'm working on, and I'll keep you guys updated on that. I also wanted to say a huge thank you to everybody who has supported me since I injured myself. I consider this to be a dumb mistake, but despite that, people are still coming from all of my corners of my life, everywhere I've been, people I've known from long ago, people I don't know that are coming forward to support me, offer me thoughts, prayers, even monetary assistance, which is beyond me. I don't know how to say thank you the right way for those kinds of contributions, but I promise I'm going to do everything I can to pay that forward.